Hi, and welcome to Firewolf Self-Reliance. And after being stuck at home, self-quarantined for a couple of weeks, we had to get out and do a little bit of a video or some kind of a video today. Get out and get some air. So we thought we'd come out in this beautiful weather and do a video on the 5 C's of survivability. So stick around. Hi, and welcome back to Firewolf Self-Reliance. Today we want to get out and kind of get away and go out on a little day hike up one of the trails we usually hike. One video on the 5 C's of survivability, or 5 categories of survivability, or 5 categories of items you should be carrying with you whenever you go on the trail. And it doesn't matter whether it's a day hike or what. Even today, every time we go out on a trail, I say we, my wife and I, every time we get out, we're coming across people that are headed up a trail, even in weather like this, with nothing more than a sweatshirt tied around their waist and a water bottle. If bad weather were to hit, they'd be in some serious trouble. So I'll show you what I carry, and this covers my 5 C's. This isn't the 10 C's. We're going to be going over that one as well, but again, I'm trying to get or aim this at the people that don't like carrying packs or don't like carrying gear, because I come across quite a few of them. This stuff doesn't take up much space or weigh a whole lot. There's really not an excuse not to have the proper equipment with you when you're out. But we'll get started with the cutting tools. The 2 things I got in my pack today are a folding saw and a full tang knife. And this is a Baco Laughlander folding saw. I think I paid about 20 bucks for this on eBay. And I love this thing. It's never failed me. It's never broken. I've never had a problem with it. It's compact and lightweight. And again, about 20 bucks on eBay. These are great for cutting wood for whatever it may be, firewood, or for building a tripod for your fire, or even a shelter structure. But these come in really, really handy when you need it. And again, like I was saying, they don't weigh much and they don't take up much space in your pack. And my second cutting tool, or next cutting tool, is going to be a good knife. And this is a Mora Garbird Carbon. You want a good carbon steel knife like this one. Something that's full tang like this, meaning that the blade goes through the handle of the knife. You want something non-coated, no serration on the blade. I hate serration on the knife blade. It just ruins the blade. And you want something with that good sharp 90-degree spline on the back. And the reason being, and we'll grab our combustion tool here, or ferro rod, you want that sharp spline on the back to be able to strike your ferro rod. I'm doing it backward or the wrong way, but just to give you an idea, you want to be able to scrape material off that blade and get your fire going. So again, you need to spend some money. These are about, I think I paid about 90 bucks for this one. I ordered it off eBay as well. 90 bucks, no shipping, and I love this thing. This has gotten to be my favorite knife. I haven't had any problems with it. You can actually do batoning with it. I don't do a lot of batoning with my knives, and normally I carry a hatchet or the saw and just eliminate the need, most of the time, to have to baton. So the next item on the list is going to be cordage. And in this case, and you guys probably seen this on the second video, this is my ridge line for my shelter system. And again, this is 550 paracord. This is about 45, 50 foot, and I've already got my prusiks on it with carabiners to set up my shelter system. You need to have a good cordage with you. I don't mean that little small crap like you find in some of the off-the-shelf emergency kits. You need to have a good cord, and I think this is about 10 bucks for 100 feet or 5 bucks for 50 feet. And you can find this stuff everywhere, but get a good 550 paracord, just roll it up and throw it in your pack. Along with that, and you guys may have seen this as well, I'm going to carry a number 36 bank line. Now this is a tarred line, and this stuff is great for lashing a tripod together, lashing maybe even a shelter together, both of them at that matter. With this stuff you can actually undo the strands and use it to sew up holes in clothes. You can use it for fishing lines. It has many uses. It doesn't weigh very much, take up very much space, but I think this is about 130 feet one of the smaller bundles, and I still paid about $10, so it does cost something. But again, you need to have a good cordage with you, just in case. With that, and again, like you've seen on the second video, you get a cover element. And one of the ones I recommended on the second video is an emergency blanket like this. Again, this I think is a Stan Sport brand. I think I paid about $12 for it brand new. It's about time to replace it. But I like these as far as an emergency shelter, for the simple fact they have the reflective material on the back. Really helps reflect that heat down on you from a fire. And as well, these don't take up much space or weigh very much. They don't cost a whole lot. Why build a shelter when you can have one with you? And what I mean by that is, why go out and dig everything up you need to when you can dig this out of your pack? Rain's coming, the bad weather's about to hit. You need to be able to get a shelter up quick and get under it. Now, in saying that, there's nothing wrong with learning how to build shelters on natural materials. It's something that you actually need to learn how to do. Debris shelters such as that. But what I'm talking about is having something with you to set up quickly in case of an emergency. Even something like this, I think I bought this from Walmart. It doesn't have the reflective material on it. This is a little Silicon tight tarp I got from Walmart, a little 5x7 tarp. Actually pretty decent for an emergency use. Again, $10. It doesn't take up much space. It's light, compact. That's another viable option. But you need to have something with you to form shelter. Again, look into the emergency blankets. Arcturus makes a nice one, or an even nicer one than this. Look into that one. Next on our list of 5Cs is going to be a container. And container, I mean something such as this, a stainless steel water bottle. It can be stainless, titanium. You want to stay away from the plastics like Nalgene, and there's a purpose for that. You want to try and stay away from the aluminum water bottles as well if you can. Spend the money and get a good set. The reason I say stainless steel or titanium is, if you don't have any way of disinfecting your water or filtering your water, you need to be able to fill this full of water you find out of a creek, river, whatever it may be, and get that in the fire and get that water boiling so you can disinfect that water. You can't do it with a plastic water bottle. You need something just good and sturdy like this one. And this one I bought from Self-Reliance Outfitters a few years ago and love it, if I haven't already said that. Excuse me. But it comes with the water bottle, the nesting cup, a stove stand, and the lid. Now, not only do I have something to cook in, but I can empty this out. I can take cotton material or punk wood, whatever it may be, stick that over the end and sit it in the fire. Now I've got a way to make char material for my next fire. So it's a multi-tool. And again, just save up the money and get some decent gear. This is about $40, I think, for this set. Or it came with a cook set that I bought, but what you see here is about $40. Just save the money and get the gear. But have something with you like this at all times. And not the double wall, before I forget, not the insulated or double wall water bottles. You can't put those in a fire. If you do, they crack. So get something single wall like this. And this is, again, a great set. I really like this. Haven't had any problems with it. And the last on the 5Cs list today is going to be a combustion tool. And I'll show you a couple of items that I'm carrying and highly recommend. And that's going to be one of the large ferro rods or ferrocerium rods. Not these little ones you see in the sporting goods stores or in the so-called survival kits. But ordering, you're probably going to have to go online and getting one of the larger ones like this. And this is a 1/2 inch by 5.5, 6 inch with a little bit of Gorilla Tape on the back as a fire extender. And get the big one like this. And the reason I say that, when you're striking one of these, the larger it is, the more surface area you've got to strike on, the more sparks you're going to get, increasing your chances of getting that fire going the first time. As well, and the bigger they are, the longer they last, the more materials on them. So look for one of these. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got a couple of the smaller ones in my pack as well, but those are backups or redundancies, just in case I were to lose this one. The next item, and I carry 2 or 3 of these at a time, is going to be a disposable Bic lighter, a little bit of Gorilla Tape around them for a fire extender. These are excellent, I think, as far as being an emergency fire starter or a go-to fire starter every time. Every time you light it, oh, I got the wind blowing, you get a flame. These things are cheap, small, light. You can throw one in your pack, a couple in your pockets, but carry about 2 to 3 of these with you if you're going to carry them. When you watch these survival shows, you see people rubbing sticks together to get fires going. That's not reality. You need to have something like this. When you guys get your combustion tools, get something to actually combust with it. I mean, get something that's going to help you get the fire going. I'll give you an example. These are mini Infernos, and these are sold by Self-Reliance Outfitters. Let's see if I can talk coherently today. But I think for $8 or something like that, you get a can of these, and these are fantastic fire starters. I carry these in my pack in case I got to get an emergency fire going. But have something with you that you can actually get the fire going with. And again, these are a great option. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope it helped you out. Again, I'm kind of aiming this toward the beginners or some of my subscribers that have asked me what to carry and how to use it. I'll be doing some videos like overnighters. We'll be doing some overnighter videos on how to use all this stuff if you guys aren't familiar with it. Again, we hope you guys enjoyed this. We hope it helped. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Send us your questions and comments. Let us know what you want to see. Help me out a little bit. And ring that notification bell for new videos. But again, thanks for watching and God bless.